Hello everyone, and thank you for listening or watching 2Gs in a Pod. If you are listening on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get podcasts, please do us a huge favour and give us 5 stars. It really does help out.
And if you're watching on YouTube, please remember to like the video and subscribe. Smash the like button.
Smash it! Smash! Like, don't, if you're thinking about doing it dainty, fucking beat, smash it!
And we hope you enjoy the episode. Would you be annoyed if in your company I killed a spider?
Yeah, I think so.
You would.
You could easily just chuck it out.
Not for me. It's not easy. I've got like a fucking fear.
Yeah, sure, but like I could just throw it out for you.
So you'd rather I go? Could you preserve this life?
Yeah.
I remember there was one time this was when I was like a young whippersnapper who should have known better still, but I was young. But I remember there was one time I think I was in your car, and I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I know exactly what this is.
But I think
very annoying.
I threw something out the window.
Threw some napkins out the window.
And you were like, "You're a fucking piece of shit," and I went,
I stand by that.
Oh, and now I do as well. I
Good.
applaud you for telling me off. But I remember that, and I didn't have.
Don't let her.
Worn down as a moralist person.
Oh golly, well, I am. I am actually.
Yeah, no, you are.
Don't let her. Don't kill spiders. I mean, look, if you kill spiders, fair enough.
Yeah, fuck it. I wouldn't give a shit.
But I often kick them out, and Laura actually gets upset with me for not killing them. She's like, "Oh, just come back in," and I'm like, "No, he won't."
He might,
or she. And also they don't do much damage. I remember when I lived in Australia, I shared
subtle little fucking.
when
I lived in Australia.
I'm actually quite well travelled and seen the world. I lived with 3 other dudes. They were all Australian, and in my room was a huntsman spider. Now the huntsman basically looks like a tarantula. It's massive. It's huge, and it stayed on my window, and I was like, lads, what the fuck? It's like all the horrible stories. All those horrible stories. Yeah, I turned into fucking BFG.
Like a Yorkshireman, yeah. Have you heard the horrible story about the huntsman spider?
Oh, yeah, it was that. So I seen it and I was like, what?
Is that what an Australian man is to you? Just
I'm pretty sure that's that, yeah. Alright, welcome to Australia. You want to go my didgeridoo? That's a koala bear, that is. But it's like, that's everyone's fear of Australia is spiders and snakes and stuff. You don't normally see them in the city.
And my fear is of Australians and how casual they are with my fear. They would enjoy me being scared. That's a big fear as well.
There is part of that, yeah. So I said to the boys, I was like, "There's a fucking thing in my room," and they were like, "Oh, it's a huntsman," and I was like, "Yeah." Shall we get rid of it? And they were like, no, you've got to keep that because it eats all the little poisonous ones. It's good. It'll leave you alone. And I was like, it's big.
Yeah.
And I went, I'm not that. Will one of you swap rooms? And they're like, nah.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, okay, so it's not fine then, is it? I'm going to wake up in a little fucking cocoon thing. Like, oh no!
Nah, mate, seriously, that's what it does.
It's
right
good.
Before it's giving you a little fucking free bed, mate.
Free blankets, mate.
Free duvet, mate.
And also, right, so, like, last time I was there, I did see a snake in Sydney. And I told everyone I was
again, that surprised me. I thought Sydney was like safe.
It was a little bit out, like it was on a like sort of beach walk, but I would seen it, and I told all my Australian people that I know, and they were like, "You saw a snake?" They were like, "I've never seen a snake here." So I was on edge after that because I mean, snakes. I think we discussed this last episode, didn't we? No legs.
Yeah. No legs.
Are scary.
Yeah.
If they're no two little legs, they'd be all right.
No legs or more than 4 legs.
Yeah.
That's
no legs.
That's the
scary.
The algorithm for fear.
Yeah.
None or too many equals scary.
Yeah. So then later in the month, we're doing some roadshow stuff, and it was like in all these tiny little towns, we're driving for fucking hours to these places. We stay in this motel, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it's quite dark, but not like pitch black. I go into my motel room door, and behind the door is a fucking brown snake.
Jesus,
like
2 in a day.
Well, no, so this is like later in the month.
Oh, fuck.
But the most venomous snake in Australia is the brown snake.
Oh, wow.
So I fucking go, like, Jesus Christ! And I like turn on the light, and it's a draft excluder. fucking shit my pants.
Oh, you wouldn't. I would have. I totally would have.
So then I was, oh my god, what an idiot. But obviously, better reactions. Like the serial killer, better to react like that and for it not to be a snake than to go, that's not a snake.
100%.
Ah!
Yeah, 100% every single time.
So then we go to the show and I tell everyone about it, and I was like, it was the draft excluder, and they went, what do you, and I went, the thing that sits behind the door, and they went, oh, a door snake. They call it a door snake. They literally
fucking call it a door. It's like they're trying to fucking... It's like they're trying to piss us off.
Yeah, they were like, oh, it's adorable, you call it a draft excluder. I went, well, it excludes drafts. That's what it does.
What do you mean it's adorable that we call it a draft excluder? Oh, the thing that has its job.
It's a door snake.
Surely a door snake is more like, to them, adorable than just the name of what it does.
I thought, yeah. But I mean, Australians.
Oh, that's a fucking window koala.
Fucked up names for everything. So, but I said, okay, fair enough, but like your most poisonous snake is the brown snake. So if you're going to have a door snake, maybe make it a blue one or like a fucking like bright yellow. Well, don't make it brown
unless they are trying to fucking shit you up, which is what they're trying to do there.
I don't think so.
Well, you're in a little motel.
But it's like it's not a touristy place. It's this is like butt fuck nowhere.
Right, okay.
Like nobody's backpacking around.
Because I thought it would have been for like fucking people backpacking around. I killed a tarantula once.
Did you?
And I felt dead bad about it, but I still hold that it wasn't my fault.
Okay.
So it was like at the Five
Sisters. Just a misunderstanding.
You
thought you had a gun.
It was self-defense. This was a pure...
Stand your ground.
Yeah. No, it was at the Five Sisters Zoo, and my mate worked there at the time. And we were
for my money, the best zoo in this part of town. Like Five Sisters
is the only zoo in this part of town.
But it's better than the Edinburgh Zoo, is what I mean.
Would you say Five Sisters
I think so.
Well, it's a guy that was in my year. Shout out the Currans. It's their family that own it and stuff. So if Gary listens to that, he'll be dead happy with that.
Well, Gary, I'm a big fan of your zoo, mate.
Yeah. So they were doing like this like handling session, and I'd said I'm fucking terrible. I'm terrible with spiders. I told the guy, but because he was a mate of mine, I think he was just like, I'll get him. So we're like, it wasn't just me and him as well. There was like a bunch of us. I think there was a school trip in and stuff. Like a big handling session. And he went, right, close your eyes. And I was thinking it was like going to be like a fucking millipede or something. I was like, that would still shit me up, but he must be trusting me with this on some level. And I told him, going in, I ain't fucking good with spiders. So I closed my eyes, and he puts this thing down, and immediately I'm like, no, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, no, I don't like it.
He's like,
And I don't, that would have been fine. Open my eyes, and there's a fucking tarantula, and again, nothing said to me.
Did you throw it like a bride at a wedding?
I didn't throw it.
Whoever catches it is going to get bit next.
But I got the fuck rid of it. I just like, it was like, was it tipping point where you just fucking, or like where you put the answers on like a different...
£1 million drop.
£1 million drop, and I just, wrong answer, and it just fucking dropped. And it wasn't far. I would say maybe like, what's that level of distance there? Like,
I don't know.
Let's
15, 20 centimeters?
Let's say a foot. I dropped it a foot, right?
Okay.
Like that, onto the table.
And it just went back.
Dead.
Man, that's interesting because most bugs don't take full damage.
Yeah, tarantulas. If you drop a tarantula from not that high, turns out they die.
Yeah,
and that was the first thing the handler said once I'd killed it in front of like the fucking school trip. He was like, "Shouldn't drop them because they'll die." And I went,
"Oh,
really good time to tell me that."
Yeah.
Post dropping.
I remember going.
So I don't think that's my fault. He's trying to fucking get me.
Don't shut your eyes. Yeah.
He told me to shut my eyes.
I know, I'm not having a go at you. I'm saying, like, it's on them. Going, oh, shut your eyes. Oh, haha. I think that's quite a normal human reaction to go, fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you're dead.
Well, at least you didn't fucking...
I didn't fucking... Who's getting the fucking... Who's next to be wed?
The woman, got it. Oh no.
I killed it.
I remember going to one of those things with my little cousins. I took them, they were quite young at the time, and they went, can we go into this handling thing? And I went, sure. And it was snakes and tarantulas and like all the things like at the zoo that you don't want to hold. Like a wee penguin, give that a cuddle. That's a good laugh. They're like, oh yeah, what's the worst shit we've got? You can hold that. Yeah. Like, oh, all right.
So you have held a snake?
Held everything because they
Did you
were...
have it around your neck and shit?
No, it was a corn snake, so it was quite small. I have had that before. The thing with snakes is it's all muscle.
It's minging.
They're so strong.
The texture to it is just in no way what I would want it nor expect it to be.
Nah.
the texture of a snake around your neck, and like it did this thing where it like fucking looked at me like that.
Oh, no.
And I was like, no, not for me, not for me. Birds is another one. Someone had a fucking, like a
hawk.
It wasn't a hawk.
Owl.
In my head, it was a great eagle.
An ostrich.
But I think it might have been a small baby owl.
Oh, right. You've got to watch. Don't open your mouth because they'll try and bury your head in it.
Do birds not scare you?
Nah, not
Birds fucking shit me up.
Nah.
Like a pigeon will shit me up. If I'm walking on the street and I'll see a pigeon like walking all erratic, I'll be looking and going, where the fuck are you going now? Up, please. Get up. Because they could just... They're erratic. I don't know what's going on in their fucking brain. They could just up and get you.
Well, first of all, birds aren't real, so jot that down. Have you heard this conspiracy? There's a group of people that believe that birds are government drones and they don't. No bird has actually ever existed.
Genuinely, what the fuck? What's the point in actually going on?
I think it's one of these ones.
What's the point in going on?
I think it's one of these ones that somebody started as a laugh.
We are
and
fucked.
People have joined in. Kind of like the flat Earth. I fully believe that was somebody as a laugh was like Earth's flat, and everyone just went, "It is."
Yeah.
I think they start something to see if it's.
I would really like all of the things that are quite clearly mental to be that. Like, I would also hope that's how Scientology started, but it isn't, Gareth. It's people do back this shit.
We spoke about this the other day actually about starting rumours that then
could literally lead to a religion.
Because not like that, but like I remember I told you about me and my mate Ross. We were just out one day and I was like, should we start a rumour and see if it like catches on? Like we'll tell a couple of people, but just that, and then never mention it again. So we said that this kid, Sean from our school, had married this other kid, Debbie, and they were quite good pals. But Sean is a gay person.
Was he known to be a gay person then?
I don't know that I don't think he'd come out or anything, okay. But I think most people would have known.
You got a different I was gonna say you got a gay vibe.
Yeah, my gaydar was pinging. But so we started that, and then like 2 years later, one of my mates were out for a beer and he went, Sean and Debbie got married. And I was like, no, they did not. No, they didn't. I started that years ago, and it's come back to me.
What if they did get married?
I told Ross they didn't. I told my mate Ross, I was like, it's fucking, do you remember that? And he was like, yeah, when somebody's just told me that. And he was like, no fucking way. So good, so exciting. So that's my flat earth.
Right, okay, that's your flat earth. Yeah. Sean and Debbie.
A little bit propaganda.
Because I think we actually did do that as well. There was 2 kids in my class that were like best friends, and like just everyone said they're definitely gonna fucking be a thing.
Together.
Yeah, they're gonna end up together. And both of them were so stern, and like they get angry. They're like, we're just fucking friends.
Yeah,
everyone needs to stop fucking saying this shit because we're just pals. And now they've been together like 10 years and they're so happy, and we're like, yeah, we fucking made you that. We made that a thing. Maybe you made Sean and Debbie thing. Like, do you 100% know for a fact that Sean is not with Debbie?
No.
Well, maybe you did create it through your rumour. You just like forced it.
Well, I hope
to
not,
reality,
because I feel like
then he's not living his truth.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have to start a rumor now to make him happy.
Do you hear Sean's gay?
Yeah, Sean's finally happy. Is my new rumor. Oh God, good for him.
Yeah, that would be a really nice, helpful rumor.
Yeah. So I had to hold these snakes and all that because I think the girls were maybe like 8 or 9 at the time, so they were young, but they were fearless, and they were like, "Yeah, we need." And I went, "Well, I can't be scared holding this stuff because then that instills fear in them." Because you're not born with any sort of, like, you're not born with a fear of spiders or anything like that. You develop that.
Yeah.
So, and that's from seeing
kind
other
of
people
like
being scared.
A bit racist.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it is exactly like that. Do you know what? Yes. I was ready to go, fucking you. Shut up.
Yeah, no, but you're not born with it. It's
maybe it's Maybelline.
Sorry, continue.
I think that was it. I just had to hold the snakes, so I wasn't scared of them. And like, held lizards, which I quite like lizards, actually.
Were they like,
they enjoyed
your
it.
Nieces?
No, they're my little cousins,
right, okay.
Who all live in Australia now. They all live in Sydney. And they've got like an amazing house with a pool and stuff. And I remember one time being like, "How's things then, girls? Is everything all right?" And they were like, "Yeah, we found a dead possum in the pool the other day, but apart from that, it's been okay." And I went, "What a first world problem."
Yeah.
Oh, there was a dead animal in my pool. I went, "Grow up. Grow up."
You've said that snidely. That didn't make sense to me. What a first world problem.
Uh-huh.
But you said that like
there's bigger shit going on. You're upset because your pool was dirty. You've got a pool, mate.
I mean, yes, okay. Yeah, I get it.
Listen, I mean, not that you're not allowed to be upset about your problems.
Yeah, I mean, a dead possum's still quite
You
grim.
fish it out, get back in.
Fish. I don't think that's sanitary. I don't think that's a good advice. Like, if you went down to your local community pool and there was a fucking dead possum in it, or let's even say pigeon, and you saw someone fish it out, would you be like, right, all good lads, fucking
Plastic bag,
get
get it up, tie it up, fucking over the
Would
fence.
you?
See it. Oh god, yeah.
You could be straight back in.
That's straight back in. I'd use it as a float. Little possum holding my chin up. Practice my breaststroke.
Fair enough.
What's the animal you're scared of the most?
Good question. Yawn.
The question.
You just I learned that mid-word because I really liked little abbreviations. Question isn't one you can do. Professions, yeah. Quest.
I'm very conscious of something that I've just done. We've got these little coffee things.
Yeah, I've been very noisy with mine. If anything, it seems like I've been putting mine up like I'm trying to do my own little ASMR video. Like,
but they've got like a clicky lid, which I do enjoy. When you first open it, it goes. I enjoy that. I've held it to have a drink, but I've pressed down the click. Yeah. Yep. So but if I let go, it's going to go. So I was like, I need to let him answer.
That's nothing.
Or this will interrupt him. And ironically, I've interrupted you way more than this ever would have.
Yeah, way more than what this. That's the noise.
Quite loud.
Yours is louder.
Oh yeah.
How's it done that? How have you done that?
I don't know.
More strength.
I've held it down.
Animal that I am most scared of. I'm probably going to lock in. I probably would be birds. I'm quite
birds.
Scared. Yeah, I'm really scared of birds.
All the animals.
I'm really scared of birds. Really scared on a human level.
Right.
They shouldn't be. If they're up there, I'm not like scared. But as soon as they're down, don't trust them. Don't trust them. I don't know what they're thinking.
Mine would be a bear or a shark.
But then, how often are you running into bears and sharks? So therefore,
I don't know. It's like I remember swimming in Australia in this river. It was Hawkesbury.
Yeah, you are coming across them because you fucking stupidly go into their house. If I stay away from where they live, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I was on a house boat. We rented it for my mate's birthday, and we went along the river, and then we were like jumping off it into the water. And I mean,
you haven't seen a shark?
No, I haven't. But
I thought you were going to tell a story.
I think it's the water with the nothing below you. That's spooky.
See, people have said that to me before. I don't find that. I've got the enclosed in. That scares me. Like if I was like in like a little fucking like being like in
claustrophobic.
A coffin. Yeah, I get that. But like I sometimes get a little bit claustrophobic in like lifts and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, lifts give me the heebies actually as well. So do escalators to this point.
But like escalators.
But like big.
You're scared of birds and escalators.
I'm scared of birds and
anything
machinery.
That goes up into the you're like fuck that.
Machinery that lifts.
That's where God lives. I'm not going to face him now. There's a bear.
But big open spaces don't scare me at all. Like the ocean, people are really spooked by the ocean. Man. Like
I think
the
so
expanse
daunting
of it and stuff. That didn't scare me.
Or like being lost in space. But a bear, like a polar bear, is like the most apex predator on the planet. That would be the worst thing to face for me. If I bump into a polar bear, I go, well, I'm dead. That's it. There's no way you're surviving that.
You might.
No, not at all.
You might.
Polar bears will fuck you up.
I used to box.
You used to box?
Yeah.
But you're scared of birds. You can just clock.
I didn't appreciate how you said that. Actually, I didn't.
You can clock a chicken or a pigeon.
That.
You punch a bear, it's just going to fucking tear you up.
Yeah, I was obviously trying to be facetious.
Do you remember there was a trend, not a trend, like it was a thing going around a wee while ago, and it was like a list of animals, and you were allowed to pick like one to be on your side, and the rest had to like fight the other ones off, and it was like 10,000 rats, 3 lions, and you had to like pick your team. And everyone was discounting the rats, and I was like, that's 10,000 rats.
Yeah, but
they'll fuck up anything.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will.
10,000 rats could. Now I'm doing your argument for you. You think 10,000 rats could fuck up one polar bear?
Yeah, I kind of do.
So do I, actually.
10,000. Like think, right? Because a rat, like there's one.
Yeah.
10,000 of that. Or just swarming
over
it.
Yeah, but they have no...
I mean, the polar bear would fuck up a bunch, but...
Yeah, but you could just, like, nibble on it.
Like, have you seen Fast and Furious when they put the rat in the bucket in the guy's stomach and then they heat it up and it just fucking eats through the guy?
What? No, isn't that Fast and Furious?
Yeah, it's an old, like, torture technique.
It's like a fucking Saw film.
Yeah, it's like an old... That's what they used to do. So, like, they put a bucket on somebody and, like, interrogate them.
What, they've done this to, like, Vin Diesel?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know which one it was. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the franchise, so I don't know it all. But yeah, they heat up the bucket and the rat tries to get away because it's hot. The only way to go is through your tummy. So it starts like going and they're like, okay, I'll answer all your fucking questions. Yeah, it's brutal, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fucking horrific.
And that's one rat in a hot bucket.
Yeah. Think what 10,000 rats would do in a hot.
I get a polar bear, tie him up, and get a hot rat on there, and
no, that's
just one really sexy rat.
So you'd go 10,000 rats.
Makes the polar bear fall in love with it, and then we're all good.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I've done what I did in the last episode now, where you've probably said quite a humorous thing there. My brain's just picturing the horrificness.
Yeah, I saw that
rat
happening.
Chewing through someone.
I was talking about it with pure joy, and I saw you going.
Oh God, I'm still on the horrible image of a rat chewing through a man.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and like the shark, I mean, yeah, that would be fucked up.
I understand it would be. But the chances of you coming across one.
I think. Well, I mean, the panic.
Are you scared of like lightning? Because if
no,
lightning
not
hit,
at all.
Yeah, exactly. But if lightning hit you, that'd fuck you up.
Yeah, sure.
But you just know statistically it's not going to happen, is it?
Yeah, that's true.
Same with sharks.
I guess so. You're kind of right. I think, and especially with a shark, if you were attacked by one, sharks attack you by swimming up from the bottom. That's how they get all their prey, as they come up from the bottom. So you wouldn't see it, but then when it's got you, I mean, fucking hell, that guy that got killed in Sydney. Let's not talk about that because I'm still haunted by the clip of that.
Oh yeah, you watched it, didn't you?
So somebody sent me the clip.
Whoever that person was, reevaluate if you need them.
I really
in your
don't
life.
appreciate.
Reevaluate if you need them in your life.
Lads' WhatsApp groups are sometimes terrible for somebody like sending a phone. Watch this video, it's hilarious, and it's a guy fucking getting his balls in a mouse trap, and you're like, that's not funny.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. With the video when you were like,
a poor mouse.
I remember, I'll never forget.
You like
this.
cheese, not dick cheese.
When I was in school, and my mate, I won't name him actually, just in case he's not happy with people knowing this is what he's about. But my mate was like, insanely laughing at something. And you see your friend joyous laughing.
Yeah,
you
go,
went,
hey,
what's that? And he showed it, and it was a horse fucking a woman.
Oh, I remember this video.
And it just
early days of the internet. That woman died.
Yeah.
That was the story anyway.
Yeah.
That's upsetting, like, the internet a bit, innit?
It really is.
Did you watch Saddam Hussein being hung?
I was literally just about to go on to that. I haven't. No, I dodged all that.
I watched that.
But loads of people were sending it to each other, and I had mates go, do you want it? I can send you. I'll Bluetooth you it right now. And I was like, nah.
How old? You would have been young then, because I think I was like 14, 15.
Yeah, I would have been like, for like first year maybe.
See, and now like the internet's all right, I suppose. It's just folk dancing. I'm sure you can find fucked up shit on there.
But how much of it is...
But that was like the only videos we had.
I think about this quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things I'll never know because it would require me asking a 12-year-old, and I don't know any, and it can't be a 12-year-old I don't know. But like, how old are your cousins now? Are they of that age?
18 and...
Too old.
I think they're 19, 20 maybe. God knows, yeah.
Too old. But yeah, because obviously I knew what was going around when I was in school.
Yeah.
And this was, as you said, early fucking days of all of that.
There was only 8 videos. You had to watch one of them.
Yeah. And like porn was like just blossoming into its new chapter of, hey, it's not in magazines anymore.
The golden age.
But like now, genuinely, I think about this quite a lot. Do you think, I think kids will probably be watching like women shitting on fucking...
Probably.
Like I think they're watching...
There's a video of a man being eaten by a shark going around at the minute. So yeah they probably are seeing it.
But like purely from a porn point of view, I would hope... I don't want to finish that sentence because that might be fucked up. I was going to say, I would hope that there's maybe like 13-year-olds subscribing to people on OnlyFans. But then is that, I don't know. Is that
what
worse?
Are you saying right now?
Well, but I would hope that they're watching
ethical porn.
Yeah. But I know they're not.
Your hope is that 13-year-olds are watching ethical porn.
Hope's really fucked.
Sitting there, snuggle up going, oh, I'm quite content with the world. I hope the 13-year-olds are watching lovely ethical porn.
Yeah, the word hope is
night,
really... Yeah.
Oh, I hope beyond all hope.
Yeah, the word hope really has fucked me in that sense. If I could choose, I would choose that.
Right.
But I'm sure they're watching some nasty fucking shit.
Yeah.
That's just going to
some of them will be. I mean, everyone's different. Don't yuck anyone's yum. Unless it's, a bad yum.
A bad yum?
Yeah. Like if it's harmful to somebody. Like you said. I don't know. Don't kill spiders is where I'm at.
Fair. But
jerking it to videos of somebody fucking, here's a spider. You like that? Huh? Yeah. You little
just dropping him from a foot up.
Dead. Look, I wasn't even a big ball. He's fucked up. It's mad that people are scared of spiders when it's that would kill them. Do you know what I mean? Like,
especially again, like a Scottish house spider.
So easy to kill.
Yeah. No, they are.
I think
there's the remains of one on a wall through there.
All right.
We were watching the TV. I'm honestly like a month ago.
Yeah.
And I turned around, and there was a spider there, and I just grabbed a little tissue and just pressed, and then just kept
And
walking
left it.
like a psychopath. It's on the wall, yeah.
Why is it still there?
Because
You know, clean up your dead spiders?
I like to.
Or is that a warning to the other spiders? So if they
Yeah,
come
no,
around going,
exactly.
fucking hell, look what happened to Crazy Legs.
Yeah, look what happened to Frank.
Yeah.
No, I honestly don't know. I think just when I look at it, I feel alpha.
Okay.
It reminds me of I'm stronger than something.
Get a little bit of movement in your pantaloons.
Does that mean have I shat myself? Have I had a movement
then are you
in my
getting
pantaloons?
an erection?
Oh, right, okay.
Because, of course, we're talking about cocks again.
But it's just the best topic of conversation,
It's the
really.
best topic. Let's talk about boobies.
Do you want? And this is why, because you said in the last episode, maybe we should stay clear. Maybe we should stay clear of
Let's
like
stay
filth.
away from cocks. And
Right,
that.
okay, fine. Then listen to the shit I've wrote down for this fucking
Okay,
episode.
I'm excited.
How did we meet?
I don't remember.
Garbage. Do you not remember? That's hurtful.
How did we meet then? Was that our stand?
I actually don't remember.
Well, that's hurtful.
I did. To be an extra layer of I led you on as well, going, how could you not remember our special day?
I remember like you spoke about it. I used to wear like a suit jacket on stage.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to look older, and I thought that's what Jerry Seinfeld dresses.
Yeah.
And this was like 10, 12 years ago. And I remember you were hosting a gig and you were describing meeting me, and you said he had a nice jacket, he had shoes on. Oh, of course he had shoes. What an idiot. Why would I say he had shoes on? And I'm listening to this from the side of the stage.
Counting House, I remember this. Yeah.
I'm listening, and he kept going on about me wearing shoes. He went, everyone wears shoes. He's a human being. So I took
He's a man in the city. He needs to be wearing shoes. There's glass.
I took my shoes and socks off and walked on stage and went, I've never worn shoes in my life.
Yeah.
And performed the gig barefoot.
I remember that. Yeah, that was at the Counting House. That was fucking excellent.
Yeah. I saw everyone like standing up to have a look at my tootsies.
Maybe that's where your kink for wanting to sell your feet to the people
I don't
started.
have a kink for wanting to sell feet.
Yes, you do. Mate. You bang on about it loads off pod.
Yeah, I do.
It's
I want money.
You talk about.
I want money.
I want money too, man. Like loads. And that's I think that's only just happened. I used to fucking
I
get
don't even
money,
want loads.
I
just want.
I want enough. I
Well,
want enough.
have you got any debt?
No.
I got quite a bit.
But the thing is because I'm
Not quite a
Are
bit,
you an only
that's-
child?
No.
No. Well, I'm an only child. Mum and Daddy looked after me heavy for the first.
Yeah.
I was going to say the first few years of my life.
I'm going to say
Can
it's
we
still
quantify
going
the
on
first
now.
25 years?
Just remind me how you managed to build this podcast studio again.
Yeah, with my bare hands, guy.
Because
When you want something enough,
I didn't have debt,
you can make it happen.
and I've crept into it in lockdown actually. Buying that fucking stupid car is what did it.
But here's the thing. If you were in that same position again, would you buy the car again?
God, I would love it.
Yeah.
I miss it so much.
Yeah, I bet. I would. I think as a friend, I would still tell you to do it, and I think that's probably not the right
Look,
answer.
I've done it now, and realistically, I'm not going to do it again.
I was thinking that all your little when you like surprise yourself, the stuff you come out with is genuinely so cartoonish. It genuinely is. You can tell you're a man that likes cartoons. No one else. Like, if you were writing a script and you needed, like, a ridiculous example of, like, an exclamation, that's actually what you would go to. You'd go, oh, golly gosh. You always say
that a lot, yeah. I don't know where that's crept into
Louise.
I'd say that loads.
Of course you do.
I don't know how that's crept into my lexicon, because it's not always been there.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what a lexicon is? I just saw your eyes go, like, there was a brief moment where you went...
I'm going to guess from context, it's basically vocabulary.
Essentially, yeah. It's like the words you use.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks.
Gold star for
you. You used it very well for me. If you just went, what does this word mean? I would have went, is it nine-sided is that like a nine-sided
but that's
shape?
That's not a bad
lexicon,
guess.
yeah.
A lexicon. I think that's an excellent guess, actually, if you didn't know what it was.
But from context, the context saved me. Anyway, sorry. What were we saying before the
I don't know. Who cares?
How we met? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who knows? And I spoke about this with a couple of comics before, and none of us really know. Because, like, you gig with somebody once, and it maybe doesn't, like, resonate straight away. You're like, oh, that's the person.
Yeah.
Because it's not until you hang out with them a bit more that you, like, get to know them a bit and maybe become friends, lovers.
Yeah, lovers.
Maybe.
Name one off the top of your head. Lovers.
Jay and Keir.
Good fucking example.
Thank you.
Good fucking example.
Yes. Would you like another?
Nah.
Good, because I didn't have one.
Oh shit! The reason I said that was because I know you got.
Oh wait, no, I do. It's in there actually.
I remember being dead nervous around you for the first bit.
Why?
Just because I really wanted to be like in.
Yeah.
And I thought you were in.
Right.
So I was like, so any of the in my head in people, I really wanted them to like me because then I'd be in.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I remember, like, I used to, like, dick around a little bit and, like, just try and make people feel comfortable if they were, like, awkward at gigs. And I had a spectacular fail with one of these with somebody. CMB, when I first met him, he remembers it vividly.
I have the setup you've just told for the story. I also have one with CMB.
He tells me about this all the time, and he was like, I hated you. And I was like, oh, God. Because, like, we were standing, it was at the Shack on Rose Street in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Not the most playable gig in the world. And me and him are waiting to go on, and I was just about to go on, and I said to him, do you know any good roofing companies around here?
And he went, laughing because I know where it's going.
He went, no. And I went, because I'm going to tear this fucker off. And then I walked on stage. But I was doing
That's brilliant.
I obviously didn't
You say that to CMB now. Yeah, you say that to CMB now.
He knows it's a joke.
Yeah, he's dying laughing.
But he didn't know it was a joke. And he went, I just thought you were an arrogant cunt. And I was like, fair enough. But
then also, what can you do? So like, if that moment had went this way, if you turned to CMB and went, do you know any good roofing companies? And he just like straight up answered going, no. What do you do? Do you go, oh fuck, he's not going to be into this joke? You have to commit to it, is my point.
Yeah,
you can't then go,
but
fair enough, because I'm like, getting work done.
I guess there's people like that do exist, but to me, I was just like, oh, well, that's such a stupid thing to say that obviously it's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, surely nobody would believe that I genuinely was like, I'm about to fucking smash this.
Yeah. Especially,
do you know any good dick reconstruction surgery people?
Yeah. Especially
I'm going to kick this in the nuts.
I could understand if, like, because I've had a couple of people on this show, we're nameless, but like, someone who's very popular just now, and I get on with them. But I remember I did a gig with this guy, and he went on fucking crushed. Like, like only this guy can. Crush.
Right, yeah.
And then I was on after him, and as he walked past me, he went, follow that.
Oh.
And I was like, that's cunty.
Yeah,
but I think, again, he probably meant it as like a little, but it came
like
off.
If you come off stage
like
with a lot of adrenaline like that, I feel like you probably do buy your own shit then. Yeah. So I think that is quite bad.
Yeah. And then,
I totally get why CMB would think I was a douche, but
and what made it worse was I couldn't follow it. Totally good. I remember one of the first times I gigged with CMB. It was what was the Vesp bar.
Yes.
Which then became the Yes bar, which is now I think dead, isn't it? It's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Yes bar.
It's the no please I'm going bar.
And we were like, I'll never forget. So we were going to the bar, and he was like, oh, do you want a drink? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, what do you want? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And he was like, well, I really recommend the Brooklyn Lager. I've had that loads, and he got me a bottle of Brooklyn Lager. And then we were going down the stairs, and I had a sip, and I remember just saying something like, oh, it's like a really nice beer. And then I fuck knows what it was, but he said something that was like, in response to me going, oh, this is a really nice beer. And it was about Brooklyn and it being a nice beer. He tied it all in. It was just a perfect little comment. Yeah. And I went, great ad-lib. And he went, ad-lib? This is just a fucking conversation. It's not all improv.
Great ad-lib.
And he fucking tore me for that for like 2 years. If we were having a conversation, I said anything funny, you go, great ad-lib.
That's very funny.
Yeah, great.
That's very good.
Great ad-lib. But yeah, no, I don't fully remember. I was speaking to someone about this at the stand though, like all the comedians have like their little. So we're talking shop a bit here now, but we haven't actually done it yet.
No, I think it's fine. And people like there's 1,000,001 podcasts about people talking shop about comedy.
Yeah, that's not all we're doing. We're like episode 6 or something. This is 7.
7.
Yeah, 7, and we're finally kind of talking about it. But you know what I think is quite cool, and it wasn't until someone else said it, and it was someone that worked at the stand said it. I was like, you know what, that is fucking really kind of good. I think it's more of an American comics thing as well. Like they always speak of like the class that they kind of like graduated with. Yeah. We've got a fucking quite a good one. I'm definitely I was held back a couple of years. I saw you guys go on, but I think I'd still technically count in your graduating class. technically.
Okay.
But it's like
Because I
good
was a
little
few
class.
years before you.
Would you, I say I would still have us in the same class.
No, I would.
I understand I was held back. I do understand
No,
that. I see that.
I'd say you're a newer class.
Really?
Yeah.
So would you have, would you have me and Granger together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have used in my one.
I would say me and Granger were with you, no?
No, I started with like Richard Gadd, Matthew Winning, Fern Brady, like
different
people
class.
like that. Yeah,
That
yeah.
is a different class.
Eleanor Morton.
All of these people are quite successful.
Doing all right. There's,
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a bunch that are no longer with us.
With us, yeah, I was going to say dead, Christ.
Yeah, no, they got dropped from like a
Stephen
very small
Carlin,
height.
was he? No.
God, no, way before me.
Wait, yeah.
I would say. I'm not.
I just thought
100%
him
sure.
and Fern were the same thing.
But he never like. But maybe, but like I never really gigged with him. I don't think he was like around the gigs that I was
Yeah.
at. But there was like Dogshit Johnson,
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Ross Main with before. In fact, it was Ross Main. Then it was Dogshit Johnson.
Yeah.
Like there's bunches and bunches of people like
Yeah.
that. Darren Connell.
Yeah.
Loads.
Just because we were speaking about it the other day, David Connor, was he up in your class as well?
No, before me as
Before?
well.
Really?
Just before, I would say. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so who the fuck's in my class? Me, Granger. Would you have Withnail or would we have
With
Withnail?
Neil was in mine. Yeah.
See, I just had us together.
Nah.
Gus has been held back for time.
Yeah, he's been around. He's the Johnny now.
Oh, I don't. It's not actually as nice of a story now because, like, the person at the time was like, that class was like you, Granger, Waugh, Withnail.
Oh well, if they consider that a class, I guess.
I think it's probably just that Stan Rising show is what they're talking about.
Yeah.
That they consider because they did that show that they. But you're probably right.
Yeah, but so what was their point? Just that it was a good class.
Yeah, and they were like, because they're saying they actually don't know what the class is after us. Like, has anyone actually got to?
I'd say there was one like I mean Roscoe, CMB, Stephen Buchanan, all those guys.
Maybe that's more technically my
Yeah,
era.
probably. Yeah.
Post that, the only one that I can think of that's went on to do well, but he was always kind of in his own little class. Liam Farley. Is there anyone?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say, and I mean, also we're talking about now loads of people that we know that most people don't know. This is maybe too shop.
True.
It's not like we're talking about fucking
Yeah,
Bridges and
Sorry, I didn't. I forgot that you were mentioning the mainstream names of Ross Main.
I know. I'm calling us both out on it.
Yeah.
And to be fair, that was the only one of that bunch. Richard Gadd won Best Show.
Yeah.
Fern Brady's doing incredibly well.
What's Richard Gadd in? Is he in like Code 101 and shit?
Loads of stuff.
Yeah.
He's doing very well.
Yeah.
And I'm sat here with you. So,
Well, that's how I felt being in your class. I was like, I'm watching all you guys go.
right, okay.
So I'd much rather have you looking at Fern going, shit. Because that's where I am. I'm looking at you looking at Fern.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, that's the end of the show.
Please, segue out of that, please.
I didn't even really come with anything to chat about particularly.
Here's something that I would like to talk to you about.
Okay.
Because it's something that we've spoken about before, I believe, just in our lives. And I can't find the comedy in it, but I know there is comedy in it.
Right.
And maybe if we
I'll find it, mate, don't worry.
Yeah, maybe if we help.
Yeah.
The amount of times, by the way, that we have been in like a writer's room or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and I have just went, "What? Go and make that something, mate." Loads.
I love doing a writer's room.
Is the fact that I listen to this thing called ASMR.
Yes.
And
you're mad for it. You get a
I
little
am mad for
tingly
it.
feeling.
Yeah.
Which you've assured me is not in
It's not
any
sexual.
way sexual.
It's not sexual.
Okay.
The best way I can describe
Would you
it.
think it's like, you know, when you get the sweet spot on a dog? Like if you give them a scratch and they're like, okay, great. You got it?
Bravo, sir.
Yeah.
What? The dog's not coming. It doesn't get fucking hard after you do it. But
So I mean, depends where the spot is, I guess.
You can I know in
Harris
your
is
dog.
when I suck his
I
balls.
know in your dog, he's got a bit of a fucking pervertedness in him.
Yeah. He very rarely gets a boner, Harris. I've only seen his lipstick twice. By the way, the names we have for dogs' boners are fucking
I
disgusting.
thought it was only cat's lipstick.
No, you get dog's lipstick.
All right.
Or
I saw Caesar's
the Red
for the
Rocket.
first time, and I fucking hated it.
I don't think
Genuinely made me not want to be his pal for a little bit of time. Like, he came up to me, and I was like, nah, too
Get
soon.
out of here.
And I was like, I didn't push him, but I was like,
yeah.
no, you may not pass. And he like popped his little head up and like rested on my hand, like to go, let's be friends. And I was like, I need time. I need time. Because your cock weirds me out.
I had a male cat for about 18 years, and I never saw his
I wish that
penis.
Yeah.
And then he left to live with a neighbour.
Is that you doing a little bit of ASMR there?
It wasn't me. No, I just wanted to say his penis. like it was a church going pearl clutching.
Yeah.
I never saw his penis. Ooh. I'm sorry, Jesus. Lord above.
But
yeah, I've never seen my cat's cock.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Never seen his throbbing member.
Fucking
We're back on the decks, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, for someone who's like, let's just leave it. Throbbing member. That's thought of.
Horny cat.
So yeah, ASMR. The best way I could describe it. So before you said that's a better explanation of like you get a dog's fucking right behind the ear, and it's like I'm enjoying
your leg
that.
starts going like that.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yes, I like. Tell me more about the stickers you're unpeeling.
That's my favorite shit. That is my favorite shit, though. There's this guy from Northern Ireland, and he fucking
Northern Ireland.
Yeah, and he goes through old sticker books, and he's like, "See there, that right there. That's the best sticker that I ever collected." And I'm lying in my bed like, "This is so good." So, but I'm like not like.
I think it's worse that it's not sexual. You know.
Yeah, people have said.
I think most people, because like if it's sexual, I think they kind of can process it. But you're just sitting going like,
little sticker, George Best there. Look at that. Look at that.
You can't look at it. You're listening.
Oh, I watch them on YouTube.
Oh god.
I also watched this one the other night. I for the first time I ever engaged with what they call themselves an ASM artist. I engaged with one.
I fucking hate that.
And I commented on one of their videos because they're an up and comer. They're new on the scene. They're about to find their class, and they're very good. And I enjoy them. So I commented being like, "This is great content, really relaxing for me before my slumber.
Yeah,
you're one of the best." And they liked the comment and replied. And I had a little moment of going, "Oh my god, they replied!" And I felt like I was talking to fucking a celebrity, but I'm talking to a college girl in her like dorm who makes ASMR videos on the side. But I'm like, how people would go like, Leo DiCaprio tweeted me.
Sexual. A college girl in her dorm who whispers you, and you get a little tingly goose feelings.
I didn't decide that she's the best.
Yeah, sure.
She's just the best at it.
I just don't understand it at all.
She's ranking Marvel films. That was the video that I went, this is the best shit.
God.
Because one, I agreed with her ranking.
Okay.
So that was enjoyable right off the bat. Because that's the worst when you're trying to relax.
What's the best Marvel film?
In my humble opinion, Thor Ragnarok.
And what is the worst?
In my humble opinion, the new Incredible Hulk film. Because I think it technically is part of it, but Ed Norton is garbage.
There's a lot of bad ones.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. I liked Doctor Strange the first time I watched it, and then hated it when I rewatched it. I went, "What is this? How did I like this the first time around?" Ant-Man and the Wasp,
brilliant.
Fucking dog shit.
Really wrong opinion.
So bad. Like they just kept going.
That's a cold.
What's the fucking verse they get stuck in?
Multiverse. The quantum
realm or whatever.
Quantum realm.
They said that all the time, and at one point I think they said something, and they went,
because they're setting it up, man.
Listen to the point.
Oh wow, we've interrupted each other so much this episode, and this is the thing.
Point, they say something, and they're like, I don't have time to explain all this. I went, you fucking better get time. Like they just went, oh, the quantum blah, 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 blah. And they went, what do you mean? They went, we have no time to explain it. And I went, this movie's 3 fucking hours long. You better explain what's going on. You can't just go, it's the quantum realm.
That's very funny. Like the Marvel were just like, fuck it, just write Robert Douglas Putin. Shut up, man. We don't have time.
It was that, and I was like, fucking no. Sorry, you don't just get to go, well, that's how it is.
But then they're setting that up for the future of Marvel cinema, really.
I'm willing to suspend my disbelief with a lot of stuff. Sure, there's a man who's a Spider-Man. That's fine, all that. But, like, and I think you're allowed to do all that, and you are allowed to, like, because that's the thing, when people get, like, hung up on little details in movies. But at that point, I just went, no, I'm sorry.
No, that is a very lazy...
You can give us a bit.
Yeah.
We're willing to buy into this world a bit.
Yeah.
But the second you break those rules...
I buy into it wholeheartedly. fucking
when
heartedly.
people just break their own rules. They're like, no.
It upsets me because I also think the two other... So I have Thor Ragnarok as the best Marvel film.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Maybe beaten now by Spider-Man No Way Home. That's very fucking good. It's very good.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely very good. But the best Marvel thing, but it's a TV series, I would also put Daredevil right up there. You'd like that.
I tried it and didn't enjoy it.
How?
I watched the first one. I was just like, nah.
Well, the first one's not enough.
This is everyone does that.
The first one's not enough.
You've got to plow through this season, and then I'm like, I have
not the first. I'd say the first 2 episodes you'll be there, but the first episode's all like, here's him as a little blind boy about his father dying. It's all very sad, and no, I didn't enjoy it. But you're into more because the one argument, and I get this argument, is Marvel is it's very fucking Disney, and it's very kind of nice.
Bubblegum.
Yeah, well, like, I don't know what that meant. I agreed, having no idea what you meant there.
It's just like
it's flang da flang. Good point, well made.
You're getting no sustenance from it, but you can just sit and chew away and like it's
substance. On. There's definitely substance, but it's just like people make the point of, I wish I had a bit more kind of grit and a bit more.
I mean, I watched them all and I enjoyed a lot of them.
Like
I thought the thing they told over the 22 films or whatever, I think that's a pretty amazing.
Yeah, still telling it.
Thing in cinematic history.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Do you agree with Scorsese saying it's not cinema?
I can see where he's coming from. I think it comes across a bit better on his part.
Yeah, I agree.
This I think we need to stop, because I feel in my bones right now that this is the least funny this episode, any of the episodes have been, because
we're giving it out for free
because we're talking about stuff we care about too much.
Yeah. But then it's
hard to be funny when you've got like a passion for something.
Yeah, no, but that was our dynamic before, wasn't it? Of like, we would disagree with something and see if we could turn the other one round. I'm waiting for that moment.
It's just, there's no happening in it. Like, because I'm conscious that I don't want to shit on it too hard, because I did enjoy it. I don't want to go, it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But like, the fucking Doctor Strange, he bores the villain to death.
I don't like Doctor Strange.
He just keeps coming back going, try again.
Yeah, no,
and the guy's like, oh my god, fuck off.
Yeah. But again, see, with the way you said it, I really liked that. Like that, because it's just such a, in a way,
the start of the film, the guy was like,
creative.
fix my hands right now, and then the end, what a great creative. Story arc that now he is patient.
To go like, instead of like this big fight scene, which we've seen 1,000,001 times, and a big army and a fucking big bad or whatever, we've seen all that, literally just annoy him to, fuck it, fine, you fucking win. That's actually quite unique.
Partly. And to be honest, I was watching some Marvel fight, and somebody was like, as if you didn't enjoy this scene. And I went, I didn't enjoy that scene. I really didn't. And they were like, this is like one of the best. It's like, it's almost too much. I'm going to sound like a fucking old man, but there's too much effects and stuff. I'd far rather watch Jackie Chan fight 3 guys with a mop.
Yeah.
And he's like, he gets his hand stuck in it. He's like, oh, and then he like puts on his head, and
that's
like all that's way more entertaining.
That's fair.
You ever watched
You think Rush Hour 3 is better than what, sorry?
You ever watched Ong Bak?
No.
Stars Tony Jaa. They do a 1-camera fight scene up this hotel stair.
Yeah, that's
and it
epic.
is insane.
That's
it's
epic.
so good.
No, that's good.
Rush Hour 3 I haven't seen, and I refuse to watch. I think the franchise stopped it too.
Yeah, the first 2 were wicked.
I was speaking to somebody about this recently, and they were like, I went, I love Rush Hour 2, and they went, when was the last time you watched it? Because if you watch it now, it's
I have not watched it in a very long time.
Apparently, it's all just like Chris Tucker being like, "You like noodles, man?"
Yeah.
And Jackie Chan going, "Oh, black people like hip hop."
Yeah. Oh,
and it's all that.
Yeah.
And it's all the whole movie.
I can't.
And it was like fun at the time because it's, hey, they're pals.
Yeah.
But now watching back, it's like Jackie Chan going, "Hey, go eat a watermelon," and I'm going, "Fuck off, you chopstick bitch." Like, it's so bad, apparently.
Yeah, no, I can somewhat imagine that.
I
used to love Chris Tucker as well. I used to properly think he was like a comedic, gold mine. And now he was good friends with Michael Jackson, like famously good pals with Michael.
Yeah,
it's all he can do stand up about. Have you seen his latest stand up special? It's just an hour of him going, I was hanging out with Michael Jackson. Like, that's the whole. And then I spoke
to somebody, I haven't seen it, but I spoke to a comedian about this, and they went, I loved it was that. Like, because he's like a millionaire. I don't want to hear his takes on fucking standing in line at Starbucks. I want to hear about him being friends with Michael Jackson and all the mad shit he did.
Yeah, that's actually, again, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Like, because Jerry Seinfeld tries to be relatable, like, get on the airplane. It's like,
Seinfeld is unbelievable.
Jerry, you haven't fucking, I think he's good. I think he's good. But I think he is, because he's rated up here, the most overrated comedian alive today.
Wow.
Because people have him there.
If it wasn't for Jerry, like, loads of stand-up wouldn't exist.
It's overrated, though.
Not at all.
It is overrated.
He's unbelievable. And I reckon if you saw him live, you'd go, fucking hell, fair enough.
But like it's just so much of it's disingenuous though. From that point you just said, which I agree with, he'd be like, "I was on an airplane and they brought them in."
He's
like,
not doing the airplane stuff anymore.
For sure he is. He did it. He did it in his last special.
That was when he did all the hits.
He talks about getting in like a fucking taxi and stuff, and it's like, Jerry.
He probably does do that though, and like the bit that I was like, okay, like to still have that observational eye, like when he did the Amazon one click, he was like, if I have to 2-click, I don't even fucking want it anymore. He's like, I want it now. 1-click purchase Amazon. And it's like 2-click. No, fuck that. It's so. I was like, that's very funny, and he probably is ordering shit off Amazon.
Yeah,
but yeah, I spoke to a few people that seen him live recently, and were like, my god, I wasn't sure what to expect, but so good.
A lot of the American comics don't even fucking come over here though, and if they do, it's like either O2 Arena or like Wembley, or they like fucking Hammersmith the Ball.
3 miles back.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not who is the American comic that came over here you would want to see the most?
That's a good. I've watched Burr and CK when they were over.
Same.
And loved
in the same week, you know. That was in a week.
Yeah, insane.
Like that was the fucking. That was insane.
Like for comedy nerds, and this was pre-scandal CK.
Yeah.
So it was like still fun.
Yeah, it was 2017 CK.
Yeah,
at the Playhouse.
Guilt-free CK. You could call it
absolutely
CK for men.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been wearing that spray. I haven't put that fucking ball down. CK for men.
Yeah. I guess John Mulaney.
John Mulaney's a good one.
It depends how big I mean, he's massive, so it would depend.
Let's say like Apollo or Playhouse again, because that's all.
Playhouse, I think the Playhouse is a good place to watch stand up. It's you're never too far away. Maybe Mulaney or maybe Segura.
Segura's mine, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's a toss up between. If someone on the street asked me who's your favorite comedian alive right now, I would say Tom Segura because I'd be ashamed to give my real answer of Louis
Roy
CK.
Chubby Brown.
Do you know I've never seen any Roy Chubby Brown or any Jim Davidson or anything? I haven't seen any of it.
It's exactly what you think.
Yeah, I think. Well, that's it. I think I know what they're doing,
and
but I've never actually seen.
It's not clever or subtle.
No,
you need to. It's like.
It's right there.
The things that people are saying about these people, there's no smoke without fire, and the whole fucking building's on fire. They'd be like, 2 Jews go down the street, and you're like, oh my god, what is this?
Who was the bad guy in Phoenix Nights?
I don't know.
In my head,
that's
who Roy Chubby Brown is, but I don't think it is.
No, I don't know. I never watched it, so I couldn't tell you.
But I know. So Segura is the answer I'd give because I would be ashamed to answer honestly Louis CK.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But he is the best.
You've done it now.
Yep.
To at least 200 people.
Yeah, true. But
Spread the word, kids.
But 200 people I feel safe with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What else should we talk about?
I don't know, man.
What's the weirdest thing you put up your ass hole, buddy?
I see, the thing is we've got ourselves a new rule now where we're not trying to be lewd, but I have a funny answer for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go on then. I mean, you can't not say it now.
Drumstick.
You put a drumstick up your butt?
Yeah. During intercourse.
During intercourse?
Yeah.
Were they a drummer?
I don't think Ailey's a drummer, no.
Where did you have a drumstick?
Oh, they were
apart from up your ass.
They were gifted. They were gifted.
They were a gift, and you went. I know where to.
You have these drumsticks as well, probably. We went to you would have. We went to a stand launch party. And just they give out those little goodie bags.
You're looking through the bag, going, "Ailey, we must go home right now."
What? No, this is why I don't like sharing stories with you.
Rhythm on
this is why I don't like sharing stories with you, because I'll say a premise to set up my story, but you'll already be off in your little man direction, going, "Nah, I think I'm taking it actually," and now you've got me seeing a drumstick and not being able to control myself.
Ailey, I have to
leave the point where I'm like, "We must leave."
Put it up my bums. Come on, that's fucking great.
Put it up my
and you were going to fucking gloss right over it.
I'm trying to but this is what always happens. And this is why when I listen back, I always appreciate you. But in the moment, I can't, because all I'm trying to do right now is say, how can I be an entertainer?
I'm not going to let you get your story out.
Yeah, fair.